angels, and welcome back to TouchedByTyBeautyCo, TouchedByTyHairCo, all things Ty. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you are here, it's because you want to get into part 2 of this treatment for my client, okay? Today, which is technically 2 weeks later from the first video, she decided to come in. She wants to progress in treatment. And so we are progressing with corrective action for this acne breakout, hormonal breakout that she's been experiencing for some time. And we are progressing with a peel, okay? Today we are featuring Dermalogica products, okay? So Dermalogica does very well with her skin. As you see, I'm just filling the skin. We're starting off with our first cleanse, which is a oil-based pre-cleanse by Dermalogica. I absolutely love this pre-cleanse, and I love prepping the skin for a dermaplane using this particular product, okay? It gets the skin nice and soft, moisturized. It helps break down any oil and debris so that dermaplane process is very, very smooth, which brings us into the next part of this. Her first form of exfoliation, which is a manual exfoliation, is a dermaplane. Dermaplaning is a cosmetic procedure that involves using a surgical scalpel to gently scrape away the top layer of the skin and fine facial hair, also known as peach fuzz. This process exfoliates the skin, removing dead skin cells and promoting a smoother, brighter complexion. Dermaplaning can also improve the appearance of fine lines and acne scars, and it can enhance the absorption of skincare products. Our main reason for dermaplaning today is just that, to enhance the absorption of the chemical peel that we are going to be performing today. I want her to get max result from this treatment, and so we will be using multiple forms of manual exfoliation. Now, when we talk about exfoliating the skin, there are a lot of things that come into play here. Understanding your client's skin integrity, making sure that the skin is prepped properly to receive multiple forms of exfoliation, ensuring that we're not over exfoliating the skin. This is very, very key in understanding your client's outcome and also really understanding what you are doing in the treatment room. If you need new knowledge or you need to refresh on fundamentals of the skin and basics, or if you are a new esthetician, you're just getting into the industry, you want to further educate yourself, head on down to the description box, click on my Stand Store link, and you want to purchase the Facials Bible for Estheticians. Y'all, when I tell you I go over everything in this training manual, I go over everything from layers to the skin fundamentals, exfoliation, chemical peels, advanced services, everything. I even have about 8 protocols in here as well if you need steps on where to start, right? Make sure you head down to that Stand Store and you get a copy of that ebook. It's only $25. I promise you, you will not regret it. I have everything down to skin anatomy. I mean, you name it, we've got it in there. And it's really, really important that you're educating yourself when you are doing advanced techniques. And when you're talking about stacking exfoliation, you are definitely in advanced techniques, okay? As you can see, she had never had a dermaplane before. I show her what came off of her skin. Now we're moving right along into her second cleansing. Again, stacking exfoliation, guys. I'm going in with the Dermalogica resurfacing cleanser, and then I want to boost that cleanser by adding a little bit of Accelerator 35. So if you don't know what these products are, the resurfacing cleanser is a lactic-based cream cleanser that gives the skin a gentle exfoliation. Now, the Accelerator 35 is just that. It's an accelerator. And anything that you are putting or adding this accelerator to, you're basically boosting it, right? So you're making it stronger, right? Essentially. And so that Accelerator 35 is an enzymatic. It's a lactic base, and it's up there with a chemical peel. It's pretty strong, okay? But it really, really does the job in getting off the things that we don't want on the skin, the goop, the gunk, the dead skin, all right? We want those enzymes to do just what they do. We want them to act as Pac-Man and get on that skin and get the eating away, all right? Because we want max penetration for this peel. So all of these things that we do before we actually do the treatment is to prep the skin to receive the treatment. And that's kind of how you want to look at it when you're getting into advanced techniques or chemical peels in general, all right? So for her next form of manual exfoliation, I am going in. Now, if you've been on this channel for a while, you've seen me use my hydro machine. This is what changes the machine, right? If a lot of people don't like to use modalities, and I get it, but y'all, if it works for you, if it's going to make your job easier, use it. Work smarter, not harder. So normally I'm infusing the skin with serums and things like that to prep. So what I do with this machine, particularly the suction pen, is based on the head that I use. So if you take a closer look, you'll see that there's a metal piece, which is a microderm head, a diamond tip that is inside of the head. So instead of infusing her skin today, we're actually giving her a hydrodermabrasion, okay? So we're using that lactic-based serum, and we're going in, and I'm using my diamond tip along with the serum to get that max exfoliation to the skin. So this is not gentle, okay? As you can see, she is turning red, all right? This is not a gentle process. It doesn't hurt, but it's not gentle. So when we want to get max exfoliation, when we really want to break that skin down, you'll see me pull out that tip. And because she's having these aggressive breakouts, we want to get a turnaround in one treatment, all right? So this is a very aggressive treatment that she is receiving today. However, her skin can handle it. It has been prepped, okay? And her integrity is well. Moving right along, now we're getting into the treatment portion. So I started her off with one-step prep, which is Dermalogica's prepping solution for their chemical peels. I make sure that I go in and I fully degrease the skin, cover the skin in that prepping solution, and now I'm following up with some 100% petroleum jelly for her occlusion. We're going in, we're going to occlude her sensitive areas, which are around her mouth, the corners and crevices of her nose, and around her eyes. We do not want peel to penetrate there. Going in using the Power Clear peel by Dermalogica. This peel is a salicylic and mandelic acid-based chemical peel, and we know what those acids do. If we do not know what those acids do, we definitely need to be heading down to the description box and clicking on our Stan Store link so that we can purchase that Facials Bible for Estheticians, because it definitely tells you what all acids do in there. Starting off with a woven 2x2. That's right. Woven and non-woven are two different things. So when we're into chemical peels, we want the texture. So we want to make sure that we're using a woven medical gauze 2x2, okay? And I'm going in and I'm applying that first layer of peel to her skin, ensuring that I fully cover every inch of her face and neck. Okay, you want to take your time with this. Now for her next layer of peel. As you can see, we're progressing slowly, okay? So we're going from a 2x2 gauze to a fan brush. And I am going to apply her second layer of peel with a fan brush. So the difference between a gauze and a brush is going to be the absorption on the skin. I will always tell people, especially when you're getting into advanced techniques, again, let me just put out this disclaimer. If you are a new esthetician, I do not recommend doing what you see me doing here, okay? I've been in the industry for some time now. I've been dealing with skin for a while, and I'm very comfortable with my protocols, okay? If you're new to doing chemical peels, please stick to using a 2x2 gauze. Now, for people who want to get into boosting services or max absorption, if the client's skin will allow it, on that second round, I would tell you to switch to a fan brush. Depending on the peel that you're using, as you can see here, we're using a salicylic and mandelic acid peel. And so I'm advancing in my application techniques. So the first one, I used a very soft and light fan brush to apply that second layer. And this one, I'm going a little bit more dense on my brush. Again, we want to get max absorption, all right? So Dermalogica only recommends that you use up to 3 layers on the skin. I believe it's 3 or 4 layers on the skin. And I want to get max absorption within the directions from the manufacturer, okay? You always want to follow your manufacturer's directions, because you don't want to go beyond what they're telling you to do, because you don't want to risk burning your client. So 3 layers, it is. And we're going to figure out a way to get max absorption in those 3 layers. So I decided to enhance each layer in my technique with how I was choosing to apply the peel. And as you can see, her skin has a good amount of peel on there. By this point, she was indeed feeling it. We started to remove that peel at the 5-minute mark, and I went in with the Dermalogica neutralizing solution to do so. This is very important. If you're not using a self-neutralizing peel, you want to remove all of the peel from your client's skin. So if you have to go in 2, 3, 4, 5 times until that client does not feel any sensation, until you don't see any peel or redness on the skin, do so. Do not allow your client to leave with an active peel on their skin and it's not a self-neutralizing peel. That doesn't make sense. You're going to burn your client. So you're going to see me go in more than once to ensure that I got all that peel off her skin, because she was still experiencing sensation. So that let me know, hey, there's still peel on the skin somewhere here. So take your time in your neutralization portion of your treatments. A lot of times you will have peel left on the skin, your client will leave and go home, and then they will end up burnt, okay? And you do not want that. Take your time, fully neutralize that skin. Don't let your client leave tingling, okay? Take your time. Okay, so now that we've got the skin fully neutralized, the skin is back down to its normal pH. Normally extractions are not recommended after a chemical peel, but I did just want to clean up her nose. I seen that she had a lot of congestion on her nose, so I gently went in with some of my extraction tools and we just removed some of that congestion. And honestly, because she just had an exfoliation service and good chemical peel, everything slid right out. We didn't have to stay here long. And I just wanted to get her nose cleaned up. It's just the service provider in me. I couldn't let her leave out with all that gunk in her nose, even though she was there for treatments. Anytime you're prepping your client up for a treatment, make sure you give them a facial first. So when we say a facial, we mean a good deep cleansing, right? A good extractions, good exfoliation. You want to decongest that skin because whatever your treatment is that you're about to do on them, you want to ensure that it gets good absorption and that they're going to yield the best possible result within one treatment. And the skin needs to be clean and decongested in order to do so. I did feel like she needed a mask, so I went in with the, I believe this is the goji berry mask from Skin Script. This is good for all skin types. I love to use this mask after a peel. It's rich in antioxidants, rich in anti-inflammatory properties, and it does a really good job of just calming that skin down. I went in with a cool towel. We used a cool towel, cool, and we removed that mask from the skin. Going right on in with our toner, I like to use the Hydro Mist. This is my favorite toner, I think, in the world. Okay, Dermalogica, you did your big one with this. It smells good and it does an amazing job in closing out treatments, protecting the client's skin from free radicals, and you definitely want to do that after a chemical peel. I go in and I gently press that toner into the skin. I follow that up with her corrective cocktail of serums. Okay, so we did stack some serums here, and I customized this cocktail blend to her skincare needs. And then I wanted to follow that up with some cryotherapy. So cryotherapy, also known as cryofacials, are non-invasive cosmetic treatments that use cold temperatures to rejuvenate the skin. By exposing the face to extreme cold, often with liquid nitrogen, which is what I use in this particular wand, and you can also use cold air. Cryofacials can help reduce inflammation. It tightens the skin and improves overall skin tone and texture. If you don't have a cryotherapy modality, I highly suggest getting one, especially if you are going to be doing chemical peels. This is a great way to close out a chemical peel service. It cools down the client's skin, it tightens the skin, it seals those serums into the skin, and it feels amazing after a chemical peel. I can't stress this enough. It also allows you the opportunity to see if that client's skin is still tingling. Okay, so to ensure that it's neutralized, all right? So after the cryotherapy, I followed up with the Citrus C Cream by Skin Script. I wanted to make sure I put some healing properties in that skin. And then we finish her off with none other than my absolute favorite, another Dermalogica favorite product, the Dynamic Skin Recovery SPF 50. Chef's Kiss, okay? This is good for all skin types. It does not leave a white cast. It's a 2-in-1 moisturizer and SPF. And if you don't have it in your treatment room, what are you doing? You need this, okay? So I finished her off, and yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and rocking with me. I really hope that these protocols are helping. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know how you feel about the content. Talk to me. I talk back, okay? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. It helps me get pushed into the algorithm, all right? And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment section. She's all done. Got her taken care of. If your client has piercings, make sure you're cleaning those, okay? Until next time, I will catch you guys in the next video. Touched by Ty, Hair Co, Beauty Co, all things Ty out. I love you. Bye.
Okay, skin. I'm glowing.
Yeah.